Hey, welcome to Chosen Live number 57, ladies and gentlemen. In this Chosen Live, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about Kenobi. That's right, not Cobra Kai for the 50th millionth time. We're talking about Kenobi in this stream. That's right, Kenobi. Kicking off a little bit earlier than was expected, but that's just because, hey, I was ready. I said, you know what? I just want to get right into it. I just want to get stuck in. I've got some hopes, fears, / concerns written down on my notebook here. I'll be going through them one by one. And before I even go any further, I just wanted to say that A New Hope is 45 years old today. That is crazy to me. 45 years. Where does the time go? Like it's in moments like these where reflection of how fast time goes. It's crazy. Like imagine being in the cinema in 1977, sitting there to watch A New Hope, and then that Star Destroyer blasts on screen, and oh god, it would have been absolutely amazing. Before I go any further, welcome one and all in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone is doing okay today. But yeah, I've got A New Hope on the screen right now as I'm doing this. It's crazy. I know people will say this all the time, but A New Hope, or just Star Wars in general, people will say, oh, Star Wars is my thing. It's my thing. No, genuinely, Star Wars is my thing. There's nothing that hits the same as Star Wars. And I think I started on Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and then A New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, and Revenge of the Sith. And when I realized that my beloved hero, Anakin Skywalker, was going to fall to the dark side, spoiler alert, I was like, no. And then in A New Hope, and the scene's literally playing now where Luke, kicks the dust or the sand or whatever. He walks to the cliffside. He looks out at the suns, and that score by John Williams is playing. It's just the reason why this scene is so freaking powerful is because I think deep down we all yearn for adventure. We all yearn for something more in our lives. We all yearn for something a bit different for ourselves. And Luke's standing there looking out at the horizon as the score by John Williams is reaching that crescendo, and then it's building and it's building, and he's looking out at the suns wanting more for himself. I think we can all kind of relate to that on any kind of level, which is why Star Wars is in the pop culture zeitgeist forever, and it's stood the test of time quite simply because it's just so iconic. And I think for me, it's kind of crazy to think that Kenobi was meant to release today, 45 years since A New Hope released. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the timing of that is like it links up so perfectly. It's almost too perfect. Like the powers that be are like pulling strings and stuff. It's really quite weird. But I think for me, the biggest selling point of Star Wars is the spirit of adventure, the nature that it can capture you, it can inspire you, it can uplift you in a way that nothing else can. Watching A New Hope, even now, there's nothing that hits like this. The sort of 1977 audio, you got that 1977 audio. You got like the basic story, Luke going on the hero's journey. There's just so much with A New Hope that I freaking love, and Star Wars in general. And, for me, Star Wars will always hold a special place in my heart more than anything. Like, I love Doctor Who growing up. I love Power Rangers. I love Harry Potter, James Bond, you name Fast and Furious, Pirates of the Caribbean, you name it, Transformers, all that. But nothing hit the same as Star Wars. Nothing. And for me, there was just so much attached to it, where this is why I want this Kenobi show to absolutely deliver, because this show represents the very core of Star Wars, at least to me. You've got Obi-Wan in there, you've got Anakin, you've got Ewan and Hayden. Like, there's so much Star Wars in this show that if they fuck it up, I'm going to be heartbroken. Like, not in a way where the MCU pissed me off with Doctor Strange 2, where it was just bringing cameos in just to kill them off, because, that's shocking! That annoyed me, but I got over that because I still love Marvel by and large. But the way Star Wars has been progressing, especially with the sequel trilogy, the way the spin-offs have panned out, Book of Boba Fett, I really want this show to be good. And, I've got some fears, I've got some phobias, I've got some concerns, I've got a lot of stuff written down. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. But happy 45 years to A New Hope today. Where does the time go. And just because it's A New Hope.
Hello there.
Okay, right. So I'm going to get to my first hope. One thing I absolutely hope for in this show. I'm probably going to need another bottle of juice in a sec. Essentially, character detail. I want this to be an extremely emotionally compelling story, with emotionally compelling characters. I don't want it to be, just like, getting the lightsabers out and zoom, 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 I like, come on, like, and I don't want it to be style over substance. Sequels. I don't want it to be style over substance. I want this to be a really emotionally driven character story where we focus specifically on Kenobi. That'll lead me to my next fear, my first fear, very after this. But I want there to be moments in this show where there's moments of conversation, moments of introspection. There's the scene in the trailer that I freaking love, or the shot, is when Kenobi sat in the cave. It's dark, it's derelict. He looks isolated and alone, and the darkness is just creeping in, into the shadows, covering. It's essentially shadows everywhere. And then visually, that communicates to me that, again, the dark side is strong. It's covering everything. Like I love that. And the Obi-Wan, a character that was always so hopeful and so chipper, is covered in darkness. As I've said before, right there, hello there. Right, that bit with Ben Kenobi. I don't know why George Lucas added a rock in front of R2. It's really weird. But essentially, this isn't a time period where the Jedi are running through the meadow, or the plains of Naboo, smacking each other on the arse with towels, doing a bunch of wachia, woohoo, use the force with your midichlorians. This isn't that kind of time period. It's a very dark and depressing time, and this show will end with a very positive sort of spin that leaves you feeling hopeful, which ultimately at the end of the day is what Star Wars is all about. It's about leaving you with hope. It's about leaving you with this idea that you can be more, or that there's more out there for each and every one of us. And I think this is the power of storytelling. If kids had really grown up with Star Wars properly, so many kids might not have lost their way. Like this series allowed me to guide myself through life. And I think it's a story that is as old as time, and it's a generational story. So I want that to carry into the show. I want that to bleed into the show. I want there to be moments where, we just see Ewan McGregor alone. But, maybe the threat of the Inquisitors and them hunting him, and Vader looming over him like a dark cloud while he's on the run. And it's like, a tense moment. But then there's moments of, introspection. There's moments of where he's questioning everything that he believed in, the entire order that he believed in, his friends, his loved ones, his best friend, his brother, like his arguably his father figure in Qui-Gon. Like everything fell to shit. I know a lot of the spotlight gets put on Anakin, as it should. I mean, Anakin is the chosen one. Just saying. Little plug there. But, Kenobi's story is just as heartbreaking. It's just as heartbreaking. Anakin's story is that he caused everything, but Kenobi ends up like a bitter old man that has nothing else to live for. Like, it's honestly so heartbreaking. Imagine that you honor your master's dying wish. You say, I'm going to train up this boy for you. And this boy not only leads a revolution against the order that you brought him into, he destroys everything that you believed in, or that you thought you believed in. And then you start questioning yourself, like, hey, what the hell am I doing? Why did I listen to you, Qui-Gon? Because look what he's done. Like, I want there to be moments like that. And that'll lead me on to my next point in a bit. But I really want there to be moments where it's like this bit here. The scene here is perfect, where Luke sits down with Uncle Ben. Not Uncle Ben, thinking of Uncle Owen. Ben. And on that, if Kenobi really wanted to go into hiding, why did he call himself Ben? Why didn't he just change his surname? Yeah. But when he's talking to Obi-Wan about, his father, and he says, he was the best starfighter pilot in the galaxy. He was a cunning warrior and a good friend. Like, I want there to be moments like that where we just have literal dialogue, exposition. Not an exposition dump where it's like, but like some Jar Jar Binks buddy, all that kind of stuff. Or the Boss Nass guy from Phantom Menace that shakes his jaw and spits out saliva. But I want it to be just a moment of conversation. I want there to be, and even Obi-Wan right now taking out Anakin's saber out the chest, I want there to be a moment. And And as I stand by this, Kenobi should not light up his lightsaber until he sees Darth Vader. Now, I know people want to see this show to see Obi-Wan going, "Vizhoom, vizhoom," and slashing his saber around and, doing, fucking force throw and everything. Like, okay, cool, save that for the end. But I think it's much more poetic if Obi-Wan hasn't ignited his lightsaber since the last time he saw Anakin, which was on Mustafar. I would absolutely love that. The last time he ignited his blade was when his brother was burning in front of him. And he ignites his blade again when he comes face to face with him again. There's a great, that cinematic language right there. That's poetic storytelling. Like, it's, that's exactly what I want. I want it to be all these little moments that are just emotionally driven. The clip that they released of Uncle Owen saying, like you trained his father and stuff, you don't care about that. You just care if he's showing. Like, there's all these little moments that I really am just so hopeful for that they go all in with, because I think there's a lot for this show. And I think for me, I just want them to really invest in the character of it. I've heard that it's been compared to Logan, things like that. If that is true, go all in. This is exactly what I wanted from Kenobi. I don't want it to be a show that's like, Kenobi sitting there smoking death sticks and going, hello there, dude. Like, I don't want that shit in here. Like, get that out of here. Like, I want it to be a very emotionally driven story where it's Logan-esque, where it's Obi-Wan at the end of his tether. And, think of the Logan trailer when he's like, mutants, they're gone now. Like, how, like, Obi-Wan saying the Jedi, they're gone now. Like, you could really make this a very emotional story. And I think they should go absolutely all in with it. Don't pull any punches. Go all in. Go all in. Let me take a drink. And yeah, I just feel like this is one of them kind of shows where I take it very seriously, because this will make or break how people see Star Wars. And I really, really hope, I'm hoping with every fiber of my being that they don't fuck this up. Because honestly, this show right here, and this leads me on to my next point of should there be a season 2? Hell no, but I'll get onto that later. But I just think this show is exactly what the fandom needs. It's exactly what the fandom needs. Mandalorian helped save and rejuvenate Star Wars. This will bring everyone back on board if it's done right. And I think, with that one clip alone, the dialogue between Uncle Owen and Obi-Wan, already I am sold. Like, if it's like that, hell yes. Absolutely. On board. 100%. But I want it to be really emotional. John Williams is coming back to compose this. So full well that when Anakin and Vader and Obi-Wan are duking it out, like, you're going to have Anakin's betrayal playing, Anakin's dark deeds, Battle of the Heroes. You're going to have all this heartbreaking stuff playing, but in a new light. And John Williams is about to drop the hottest mixtape of the entire year. I'm telling you, the score for this show, it's going to slap. Imagine the score that plays when Obi-Wan's talking to Padme, when he says, "I'm so sorry." That score, if that score plays, and ooh, perfect. Love it. Love it. Okay, so I'll touch more upon character detail a bit later on. But I'm going to get to one of my fears/concerns. Now, I'm really going to need to fill this up. Let me just take another sec. Okay, fears/concerns. Don't bait and switch. Do not make this Reva's story. For the love of all that's holy, do not make this Reva's story. Please, for the love of God. Like, I'm praying, like, where's my cross? Like, where's my crucifix? There you go. Look, I've got the Dominic Toretto cross out. Look, I'm praying to it. Like, for the love of God, do not make this Reva show. Please, for the love of God. I cannot handle... No, you do not bait and switch Obi-Wan. You do not bring Ewan and Hayden back to do that. No. Now, I don't think they're going to do it, but I want to talk about it anyway, because there's a voice in the back of my head, because of the way the MCU's been, because of the way Book of Boba Fett was. I hope they don't do this. I hope they don't do it. Reva will be a big part of the show, 100%, but I want her big role to serve the narrative of the story when she inevitably also dies by the end of the show. I do not, and also shout out to my boy Sung Kang from Fast and Furious, Han. He's the Inquisitor. Like that's sick. He lives. Spoiler, by the way, he'll live into Rebels, but Reva will most likely die in this show, and I hope, I'm praying, you know, I'm praying. Do not bait and switch this show. You cannot. There will be murder in the streets if you do it with this show. Like honestly, this was meant to be a movie, and this is something that, unlike Solo, Star Wars fans have been clamoring for years, because the unanimous agreement from everyone who's an original trilogy fanboy, a prequel trilogy fanboy, whatever, the unanimous agreement is that Ewan McGregor absolutely killed the role, and everyone's wanted to see him come back. Now we've got it. Don't bait and switch it. For the love of God, please do not let Reva take center stage in Obi-Wan's show. Don't do that, because I've already had that with Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange 2. We don't need it here. Like, it's not it. No. Now, she will be a big role, 100%. If you think she's going to have a small role, you're deluded. She'll have a big role, and it will serve the narrative of the story. And I think Reva, the way they should approach Reva, she should be a product of what this show is about. The failings of the Jedi Order, the fallout from Obi-Wan and Anakin's duel, like everything feeds into Reva. And I think it's much more heartbreaking and poetic that Reva is another Jedi, former Jedi, that dies along the way because of the fallout of Anakin's actions. Like, there's always this idea of who saved Grogu. What if it's Reva? Just throwing it out there. What if Reva is the one who saved Grogu? What if Reva was in the temple when Order 66 was issued and that temple was getting ransacked? And in the trailer, when she's like, "You can't run, Obi-Wan. You can't escape him." You know, and Uncle Owen just got roasted here as well. About that point in the movie. But essentially, you know, when the reason that she feels this way, the reason she's screaming at the top of her lungs, "You can't escape him," with such anger and such, you know, fear, is because maybe when Anakin was going, you know, I like to get in character. Let me just get let me get my hood on. Let me just hang on one second. All right. When Anakin was, I can't be asked to put it on fully. When Anakin was like, you know, and going around like slaughtering younglings and stuff, you know, and, you know, chasing people down hallways and shit. Like, I think, you know, what if she was one of the survivors of Order 66 that just barely made it away from him? What if she knows exactly who he is? And it's almost like she's not necessarily afraid of Kenobi getting away. She's afraid of what Vader's going to do to her. And this is why I think Obi-Wan won't kill Reva. It's going to be Vader. Vader's going to put that blade through her chest. I think he's going to take her out. Like, it's... And the thing is, in the timeline, at this precise moment, Vader, in this situation, right, at this moment, think about Star Wars Rebels when he fights Ahsoka, right? Spoilers. He fights Ahsoka. When Ahsoka says to him, "I won't leave you, not this time," he says, "Then you will die." Ignites his blade. That's after this. By a mile, right? Rogue One, the hallway scene, is after this. This is prime Vader. I want him to be an evil, I'm going to swear, I'm going to say the word, disclaimer, an evil fucker. I want him to go, honestly, I want him to be an evil piece of shit. I really think if you're looking for a redemption in Vader, you got the original trilogy. If you're looking for tense Vader or thrilling Vader, you got Rebels. I want this to be like a horror movie. I want the feel of Vader to be absolutely terrifying and to be magnified by the performances and the story and everything. I want to feel afraid of this guy. Like, I want to make, like, especially with bringing Hayden back, there's so much more that you could do. You could make Hayden an evil, like in Revenge of the Sith. You think Anakin's evil in that? Like, you could go even further with this. Like, you know, and this leads into my next point. I'll save a bit more of that for later. But again, don't bait and switch. Don't make it Reva's show. You know, have her be a key part of it, obviously. But don't do it where it's just like, you know, okay, Reva's here, my show now. Like, don't do that. Yeah, enough, Disney. Enough with your projects doing that. It's tiring. Like, it's called Kenobi. Not Reva. Just putting it out there. Oh, let me take another little drink and I'll get to my next one. You don't need to see his identification. Next, epic duels. I want the lightsaber fights in this to be the prequels on steroids. I want it to literally be everything that we've wanted to see from Star Wars duels forever, right? I know everyone's like, oh, I want a composed Star Wars duel. Yeah, okay, those are cool. But we've never, ever seen an out-and-out two Force wielders at the height of their power with today's technology duking it the fuck out. Like, I want to see Obi-Wan and Vader fucking force throwing shit at each other, bloody lightsaber throwing, grabbing each other, throwing each other across the room, bloody blades clanging, shit getting destroyed. Like, I want it to be very much reminiscent of when in Clone Wars, when Ahsoka and Darth Maul bring down the Venator. Like, I want the fight between Vader and Kenobi to be like that. I want it to be intense. I want it to be absolutely insane. I want the Inquisitors to get a bit of the action too. And there was an article that I read just recently that said, that rhymed, that if you know Rebels, then you know. The Inquisitor lightsabers, you can fly. Like, you can fly with those lightsabers. So apparently we're going to see it in live action. So get ready for that. It's going to be goofy as hell when we see it. I didn't like it in Rebels, don't like it here. But apparently we're going to see it. But yes, I want there to be epic duels. I want the action to be absolutely like on drugs. I want there to be a John Wick vibe. I want there to be absolute God of War. Then I want there to honestly be like Fast and Furious level stunts. Like, I'm talking people flying starfighters into shit and go all in. Don't pull any punches. And again, I just want to preface this by saying the action is not going to happen for at least 3 episodes, like minimum. Like, this action I'm talking about is 4, 5, and 6. Like, unless they do it early, then I'll be, then yeah. But I think I personally, for me, I really want to see the action just raise the bar, like go all in. I want to see everything. I want to see force crushes, force choking, force stop. Like, I want to see all of it, everything. I want to see Obi-Wan using mind tricks on people. I want to see everything. Hell, throw force healing in the mix if actually no, don't do that, because then you'll retcon. Then you'll change the canon. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. But obviously, I say these things within reason and within the confines of the current story. But at the end of the day, go absolutely all in. Don't hold back. Go all in. I'm serious. Well, I'm serious. I don't. It's like but Jacob, in this book, paragraph 3, sentence 12 of page 106, it says they can't do it. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Screw the books. Okay. Silver screen is Star Wars. Screw the books. Silver screen. Silver screen trumps anything. And, well, in context, it doesn't trump the EU books. I'll just say that. But, I really want it to just not pull any punches. Just go all in. Do all that stuff. Go insane. Like, you've got Prime Vader. You've got Obi-Wan probably being the strongest that he's ever been. We're at a point now where Obi-Wan can dispense of enemies within one strike. And we've got Vader that can do exactly the same. Like, oh. Now, shout out to the person that leaked the footage, because there's already leaked footage of said thing out there. And this isn't necessarily a spoiler. Like, we know it was going to happen. But, skip ahead a little bit if you don't want to know. But the way from what it looks, no, actually, no, don't skip ahead. I'll just touch up on it a little bit. From what it looks like, the fight might be one of two. I think Kenobi and Vader are going to duke it out more than once. I don't think it's going to be one fight. I think they're going to fight twice. I think you're going to fight. They're going to be a fight mid-season, and there's going to be one fight at the end. And it's going to be a mid-season fight. Kenobi's going to escape, and the Inquisitors are then going to hunt him. And that's where Reva says, you can't escape him. And then Vader's like, you know what? This is personal. I'm finding him myself. That. Oh, Jesus Christ. And speaking of, we can get flashbacks to Order 66. We can get flashbacks of Clone Wars, live action Clone Wars. You've got Hayden Christensen back, Ewan McGregor. You've got Tomoira Morrison back on the payroll. You've got Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. Like, imagine a flashback with Anakin, Obi-Wan, Captain Rex, and Ahsoka. Live action for the first time. Oh! Oh god, I would fanboy, maybe. But I think you'd be hard pressed to find anyone against it. And one thing that Book of Boba Fett will give credit for, when Luke and Ahsoka meet in live action for the first time, they're just standing there chilling in the corner. Like they're just standing there chilling in the corner like it's a random Sunday picnic. Like it's like, if you're doing that there, what the hell are you gonna do in this show? Like, seriously, go all in. And then the grounded levels of fighting, I think you might see multiple Jedi characters get killed, because one of the themes of the trailer is the Jedi code is like an itch. Their compassion, they can't help it. I fucking love that. What if the Inquisitors start doing public executions to lure Obi-Wan out? They start testing him. And it's like that Spider-Man 2 thing of where, as much as Peter wants to help, he can't because of his situation. Like, it's something like that where Obi-Wan wants to help, but even though it might be a friend of Obi-Wan's, he can't help because he's protecting Luke. And this is the problem. Well, not the problem. This is the thing. In Star Wars Rebels, he would have let Maul live. But as soon as Maul said, "You're protecting someone," Obi was like, "All right, okay, now I'm getting this." He went Compton on him. He was like, "I'm getting the strap." He pulled out the lightsaber and he's like, "Let's go." And he knew he had to kill him there and then. And I think there could be moments in this show where, excuse me, where Kenobi is seeing former Jedi friends of his get killed and he can't do anything about it. Think of that scene in Deathly Hallows Part 1 of Harry Potter, where Snape is sat at the table and you know that teacher, was it Charity Burbage, I think it was, or something? And Vader, Voldemort's like, she taught at Hogwarts, and then she says, "Severus, please, we're friends." And then Voldemort just goes, and then kills her on the spot. What if it's a situation like that, where as much as Snape wanted to help his friend, he couldn't because then it would expose his plan? That's what I'm saying, is there could be moments where Kenobi is being tested, where a Jedi friend says, "Obi-Wan, help me, please help me." But if Obi-Wan does it and he steps in, he outs himself and he messes up the plan. Like, he's got to protect Luke. Maybe he has to see more of his friends die. And then it's like, man, why did George add McClunky to the New Hope dialogue? Jesus Christ. As if the special edition changes weren't enough. No! That's a whole other thing. I'll talk about that later. But, there could be moments where Kenobi has to watch his friends die because he can't out himself because it sabotages the plan with Luke. And that's where Yoda and Qui-Gon come in, and I'll get to that in a bit. But let me get to, I've rambled on long enough about that. Let me get to another point of mine. Let's talk about another fear / concern. Cameo Fest. I know we live in the era of cameos and, Easter eggs, breakdowns. Easter eggs are cool, but for the love of Force, like for the love of death sticks, I'm icing death sticks, like for the love of that, please don't turn the Kenobi show into a cameo fest. Oh, it's Cad. Oh, it's Cad Bane. And then randomly speaking like that sound, bloody Arnold Schwarzenegger steps up and goes, "May the Force be with you." Let's not do this here, okay? Let's not, turn it into a cameo fest where the defining trait of the show is cameos. Like, let's not do that. Like, it would be great to see Cad Bane, of course. It would be great to see Cal Kestis in live action, of course. Great to see Mace Windu. I have a video about that. I got a video about that because there's something I want to talk about with that separately. It'd great to see Ahsoka, but don't turn this into a cameo fest. Like, just don't do it, man. I expect R2 and 3PO to appear as a cameo, but the thing is, why is the bar so low nowadays for shows and movies? Oh, it's got 10 cameos into Darth. It's like, no, that doesn't define whether your project is good or not. That simply tells you that there's a cameo. Like, you could put out a giant shit and people would still be clapping it on. Like, let's not do that here. It's called Kenobi. If it was one of the mainline Star Wars films, of course, but Kenobi, like, either you're connected to Kenobi's story or you're just expendable. Like, And don't get me wrong, more Cad Bane, of course. More Ahsoka, of course. Like, I'm not against it. I just think, unless it serves anything outside of itself, you don't have to keep doing cameos just for the sake of saying, hey, this person's here. You see that? They're here. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This ain't the MCU where they try and glorify bad movies by just throwing a bunch of cameos in there. Doctor Strange too. You know, it's like a cameo does not define whether something is good or not. And I don't want to just be, put it this way. Cameos in and of themselves are great. Like if Cad Bane was to appear in Kenobi, I'd be like, man, fuck yeah, man. Woo! But then, you know, I'm all about rewatch value. You know, does something hold up? Does something make me, does a show or medium make me want to go back and rewatch it? If so, is it to do with the cameos or the story? Because if it's the cameos, I'll just watch a key scene on YouTube. If it's the story, I'll watch the full shebang. You know, that's my problem. Is I really hope they don't lean into these cameos where it's like they take up the story, and then you get all these YouTubers doing breakdowns of, oh, so and so cameoed. Like, come on, like Kenobi. Like, let's keep it on track here, because ultimately, Book of Boba Fett was all right. But one of the things that disappointed me with it was that as soon as Mandalorian came in, or Din Djarin, it was Mandalorian's show. Like as soon as Din Djarin came in, I was like, can we just get season 3 of Mando? I shouldn't be saying that. I should be saying Book of Boba Fett was fucking amazing. Can't wait for Mandalorian season 3. Like I was literally saying Mando season 3 when, because Book of Boba Fett turned into a cameo fest, and I don't want that. I do not want this at all. I do not want this. Like it sometimes works in the MCU. I don't want it here. Like if you're gonna do it, you know, have it serviceable. You know, please have it serviceable. And the thing is, there's only 6 episodes. Don't start throwing random shit in there just for the sake of throwing random stuff in there. Like, you know, have the cameos mean something, because it's not like your standard generic show or movie. This is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen. Like, there's so much at stake with this show. You can't screw it up. You just can't. Take another swig. Really need these bottles. And also, I'll get to the chat in a bit, guys. This is how I'm going to do it now. I'm going to basically, the way Chosen Lives are going to work now, I'm going to say my point, say my topic, cover what I want to talk about, and then I'll hit the chat room for like the final half hour or however long. Let me get to my next point. Qui-Gon and Yoda. Okay. Let's have a little Haribo. There you go. Shout out to Haribo. There you go. He's all that level product placement. Yeah, I'm totally not holding Haribos. So, right. Qui-Gon and Yoda. I touched upon this earlier, but how you bring Qui-Gon in is as follows. You have him at the start of the show and the end of the show. And the reason for that is, at the end of the show, he helps prepare Obi-Wan for the next part of his adventure, the next chapter. At the beginning of the show, I want there to be an Obi-Wan that's pissed off. I want him to say to Qui-Gon, hey, excuse me, Mr. Taken. I did exactly what you said, and look what's happened. Chosen One, my ass. What's this? What did you make me do here? I honored your dying wish, and look what's happened. Now, Qui-Gon can't appear as a full Force ghost. He never reached that level. And it was because of Qui-Gon that Anakin was different, but Obi-Wan and Yoda learned how to become one with the Force in terms of Force ghosts. But in Clone Wars, we learn that Qui-Gon was about 80% of the way. So he can communicate through the Force. And at the end of episode 3, Yoda says to him, in your solitude, training I have for you. So again, let's pay that off. Let's have Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor interacting one more time, you know, and on that, quick side note. No, actually, I'll talk about it in a bit. But I think, you know, having Obi-Wan absolutely rant and rave at Qui-Gon is going to be emotional as hell. It's like, I did everything you said. I honored your wish, and now look what's happened because of you. Like, I know people don't want to hear it, but I genuinely believe that the Obi-Wan that is in this show is going to be very reminiscent of Luke from The Last Jedi. I know people don't want to hear it, but That's basically what it is. It's going to be exactly like that. And I think there's a level where the emotional depth and substance that you could recontextualize Obi-Wan's character with, it's even more heartbreaking, you know? And I think at this point in the story, he doesn't have his hut yet, like his little home. So the reason I say you have Qui-Gon appear at the end as well is Obi-Wan's like, you know what? I know my mission. I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to protecting this kid, and I'm going to set up shop. I'm going to build a home, because I think him ending Kenobi with building a home and whatnot, that would be absolutely perfect. But at the start of the show, he isn't going to have a home. He's going to be sat there stalking Luke from the mountain bit. Like, that's what's going to happen. And then the way that you bring Yoda into the show, RIP Alderaan, just blown up. The way that you bring Yoda in is you communicate with Yoda as well. You are back and forth between these two. You really integrate them into the story in live action in a way that's never been seen before. Like, unless you're a Star Wars nerd like me, then the general viewing audience doesn't know that Qui-Gon taught Yoda and Obi-Wan how to be Force ghosts. And that kind of detail brought to live action would be so great to see. And there's always been a theory out there that the crystal that Anakin, sorry, not Anakin, the crystal that bollocks, the crystal that Luke Skywalker uses in Return of the Jedi in that deleted scene. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. The crystal that Luke uses in that scene is Qui-Gon's. And the reason it could be that is, imagine Obi-Wan opens the chest, the same chest where he picked out Anakin's lightsaber, and he's like, this is your father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. You know, that's that same chest. What if there's Anakin's lightsaber and Qui-Gon's? Now, it doesn't say that Luke uses it 30 years from now, but the fact that it's in that chest communicates to us, the audience, maybe Luke's green blade, the crystal, was from Qui-Gon's saber. How sick would that be? That in Return of the Jedi, while Luke's going around, the green crystal is from Qui-Gon's saber. Like, that would be cool. Like, that would be awesome. Pay it off like that. And then with Qui-Gon and Yoda in general, I want them to communicate with Obi-Wan on a level where that's the emotional detail that I was talking about earlier on, where we really go all in, make it an emotionally compelling story. Don't pull any punches. Like, I want this to have a Revenge of the Sith tone. Like, it's got to, you know, it's got to be, and I say this in a nice way, it's got to be depressing as hell. Like, this isn't a fun time, again, where Jedi are running through the meadow and, you know, smacking each other on the arse, and, you know, they're playing with pixies and playing catch, and, you know, they're feeding loth cats. You know, no. Like, this is going to be a very intense story where I think if you don't go all in with that emotional value, you devalue a lot of other stuff. So go all in. Now, let's get to my next point. Season 2 setup. I do not want there to be some end credit stinger where the ending of this show is like, you know, I'm Obi-Wan, I'm here to talk to you about the Jedi Council initiative. Like, I don't want, get that shit out of here. Like, no, I want it to be a limited, don't overstay your welcome. Like, you're already playing in very dangerous territory here. You know, between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, that part of the timeline is sacred, because the reason A New Hope feels the way it does is Luke, for all intents and purposes, is the last hope. Well, obviously Leia is the other one, but Luke, for all intents and purposes, is the last hope. You devalue that by constantly playing around in the sandbox, and that's another thing. Stop making Jedi live in that era. Stop it. Like, you know, you've got Kanan that lived for a little while, like they had to kill him, but you got Cal Kestis, you got Seer, you know, and we don't know the fate of those characters per Jedi Fallen Order 2. We'll have to wait and see. But I want them to be very careful with how they play around in this sandbox. And I want them to be very, very careful that they don't overstay their welcome. Get in there, do one final rodeo, and get the hell out of there. And that doesn't mean to say you can't have Hayden and Ewan doing more. You can have Ewan come back in the Ahsoka show as much as Hayden. Hayden's in the Ahsoka show. Like, it's happening. And it's going to most likely be a Force Ghost. Seeing Rosario Dawson and Hayden Christensen live action, Anakin Ahsoka interacting, mate, I might cry, because as much as I love Clone Wars, right? There's always been a disconnect because it's animated. We've never had any live action depiction to attach it to. Seeing Ahsoka and Anakin opposite each other in live action, it's going to be like, holy shit, this is insane. So, brilliant. So you can bring the actors back in other projects, but this particular part of the timeline, do this limited series, and that's it. Quality over quantity. Again, I don't mean to keep ragging on it, but don't bring the MCU storytelling over here. Don't do it. That's the MCU. I know people have been asked this. Why don't Star Wars do something like the MCU? No. Star Wars already had its own thing before the MCU. You stick to what works for Star Wars. You don't copy the MCU. Stop it. And even then, the MCU is kind of, having a bit of an iffy spell at the moment, if I'm just saying. But Star Wars and MCU, it's like apples and oranges. It's two completely different mediums. Don't play around in the sandbox any longer than you should. Hit the beats, hit the mark, and get the fuck out of Dodge. Really have this story be a beginning, middle, and an end. And I think as I've gotten older, quality over quantity. Like, it's great to get 20 projects of things. It's great to get 1,000 characters of things. But I think, I want one great season of Kenobi than 2 good seasons. I want one great season. Don't do a season 2 where it's like, season 1 ends and then it's like, oh, hey, we got more. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that at all. Please don't do that. And on that, how's this for an end credit scene? The scene in Star Wars Rebels, right? When Darth Maul and Ben Kenobi are standing opposite each other in the duels like that, getting ready. We obviously know Darth Maul dies. How poetic would it be if there was a reenactment at a push, or there was a still image of Ewan McGregor, Ray Park in those same poses, cut to black. Don't even show the fight, because we know what happens in the fight. We know that Darth Maul dies, but just seeing Ewan McGregor and Ray Park opposite each other one more time, come on. And everyone will say, oh, but Jacob, weren't you complaining about the timeline? Yeah, but at the end credits, this will just be a fast forward. You'll have Obi-Wan, could you imagine Ewan McGregor with a full-on, beard, Alec Guinness looking grey hair? Like, imagine if they did that and you've got him opposite an older version of Darth Maul, Ray Park, like that. Think of it, that same scene from Rebels, that same scene, cut to black. That's how you end it. I'll expect my check in the mail, Disney. God, I amaze myself. Another hope I have is Hayden's redemption. Now, I have long, and I mean this, I have been a long advocate for Hayden Christensen to get the fucking respect that he deserves. I was sick and tired over the years. Oh, he's too whiny. He can't act. I don't think you're watching. I think you're looking. And the reason I say this, anytime in the prequels there's no dialogue, Hayden Christensen's facial expression alone carries the show. When he's talking to Padme on Mustafar, and he's like, don't you see? We don't have to run away anymore. I have brought peace to the galaxy, whatever. Peace to the Republic. I'm more powerful than the Chancellor. I can overthrow him. And together, you and I can rule the galaxy. Make things the way we want them to be. Like, it's the little mannerisms and the little details and nuances within his facial expression that carry it. And I'm like, this dude is good. He's good. And I think this show, like, as much as it gives Ewan McGregor a chance to work with practical sets, really flex his acting chops, I think for me, we all know that Ewan McGregor is going to absolutely pull a madness. But the thing is, it's been a unanimous agreement that Ewan McGregor is the best thing of the prequels, other than Ian McDiarmid. So for me, this will redefine how people see Hayden Christensen. And when I met Hayden a couple of years ago back in London Film and Comic Con, I remember paying to meet him, and I was like, you know what? I bet the line probably isn't going to be long. I shit you not, the whole hallway was full of people everywhere. I'm talking the men, the women, and the children too. Like, they were everywhere. up to the flipping rafters, like everywhere. And in the effort to queue for his line and meet him, I almost missed out meeting William Zabka, who plays Johnny Lawrence. But I managed to catch him, and I was like, man, perfect. But it was just like, man, you know what? This guy deserves it. This guy honestly deserves it. He was cast as 19 years old into one of the biggest role, if not the biggest role, in pop culture history as Darth Vader. That's no small task at all. Now, I understand, some of Hayden's acting is a little bit iffy here and there. Hayden Christensen is not an Oscar actor. He's not your DiCaprio or Joaquin Phoenix, but he does a good job. And I think, when everyone's like, oh, DiCaprio should have played him, no. Hayden is Anakin. That's all there is to it. Hayden is Anakin. That's that. Now, Matt Lanter, shout out to him, does an amazing job as Anakin in the Clone Wars show. Fantastic. Brilliant. But when I think of Anakin, I think of Hayden instantly. Even Jake Lloyd, shout out to him. I think of Hayden instantaneously. He is Anakin. And I really hope, if they were just going to have Vader in the show, you didn't need to bring Hayden back. They went out of their way to bring Hayden back. One, because they know they should have brought him back for the sequel trilogy, first of all. Secondly, right, and I stand by this, after the scene between Han and Ben on the Death Star, keep that there, because it's father and son. Dad, I love you. He's tearing up because he wants to say, Dad, I love you, and Han just goes, I know. Oh! Perfect. But I think, after that, you have Ben talk to Anakin, and then Anakin says, right, here's the plan. Here's how we're going to help Rey beat Palpatine again. Properly. We're going to make this right. That's what they should have done. Fuck's sake. But I think Hayden really needs this as an opportunity to show people with proper dialogue that, yeah, I am good. All that shit you lot gave me for years. And this is another thing. Star Wars fans are really, and I say this word in context, toxic as hell, man. The treatment of Rosie, Kelly Marie Tran, Ahmed Best, Jake Lloyd, Hayden Christensen, John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, the list is endless of the amount of bullshit that people have been throwing at these actors for doing their jobs. And it really rubs me up the wrong way. It really pisses me off. But I really want Hayden to have a moment in this show where he can really flex his acting chops, really show everyone, yes, he is all that, and then some, and more. And I think there's going to be moments in this show where he's in that chamber. You remember in Empire Strikes Back when the helmet comes down on his head and then he turns around? In that chamber is the only place he can have that helmet off. So he's in the chamber. He's thinking about Padme. Don't you dare say it, King. He's thinking about Padme. He's thinking about Obi-Wan. He's thinking about what he did in Order 66. He's thinking about how Palpatine promised him everything. And it means nothing. This is what I mean. Him and Kenobi's arcs in the show are going to link so perfectly. Everything they did was for nothing. It's perfect. Again, going back to what I said about the emotional layers in this story. It's right there. It's right there. Don't pull any punches. Go all in. But yeah, Hayden, get that redemption, my bro. And show everyone what you got. Because at the end of the day, I don't like sand. And neither do you. And that's another thing. Everyone's like, oh, I don't like sand. That line's so cringy. But I was going to the Toshi station to pick up some power converters. And that isn't. OT fanboys. All right. Okay. Brings me on to my final concern. You'll like this one, King. No mistake, Martha. Why did you say that name? No Save Martha BS. Don't do that here. I've got PTSD from Negan and Rick in The Walking Dead doing it. Where it's Carl was right. Carl was right. And then I got PTSD from Bumblebee and Optimus Prime, where Bumblebee's like, Optimus, I would lay down my life for you, Bumblebee. I've not heard your voice since Cybertron. Felt like, stop it. Anytime two characters that we really love have to duke it out, there's always some contrived bullshit to separate the fight. Let's not do that. It's not earned. I don't believe it. It's wasteful. It's cheap. It's chintzy. And it's cheesy. Let's not do that. Again, I want there to be the way Vader and Kenobi split. I want it to be like how Rex and Ahsoka were fighting the clones in the Clone Wars Season 7 finale, where it's literally the environment around them, surrounding them, is what separates them. That's what I want. I don't want it to be some contrived shite where Kenobi and Vader are like duking it out, and then there's like a still image. They're like this, and he's like, "Remember Padme, Anakin," and then Anakin's like, I no. Now, will it be brought up about Padme? Obviously, if Natalie Portman appears in the show, like in any way, that's a good yes, please. But I want it to be done in a way that serves the narrative. I don't want it to be done in a cheesy way. I don't want it to be done in a situation where it's just like, okay, Padme's here. This is it. The fight's over. Ding, ding, ding. Everyone go home. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Jesus Christ, because that will really frustrate me. 10 minutes from the hour mark. Perfect. But yeah, this is how I'm going to structure Chosen Lives from now on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be reading through my agenda. Shout out to King. That's something that I actually agree with you on. My agenda, and then I'll be chilling in the chat for like the final half hour or so. Now, my final hope, and I touched upon this earlier. This Haribo is really nice. Vader's rage. I want Darth Vader to, and in case you're wondering what the flashing lights are, Han and Luke are trying to save Leia. I want it to be absolute. I want him to be scary, man. I want Darth Vader to be Jason Voorhees with a lightsaber. I want him to be unrelenting. I want him to be merciless. How Michael Myers was in Halloween Kills, where he walks out the flaming house, right? He's got the bar in his hand, straps up, and then he just goes and massacres the firefighters. I want Vader to be like that. I want Vader to slaughter people in this show. And not just, like, you can make someone intimidating and scary by not having them kill people. So having him killing people, that's one thing. But also, just him and his presence. Like, with that bit from the trailer when Reva screams, "You can't run, Obi-Wan. You can't escape him." It's almost like she's not saying it to Obi-Wan. She's projecting it on herself. She herself is terrified of Vader. And think to Rebels, when the Grand Inquisitor dies, he says, there are some things like far worse than death. And then he purposefully falls to his death because they're all that scared of Darth Vader. Like, that's what I'm saying. I want that tone. I want that feeling. Whenever Vader's around, I want us to feel uncertain. I want us to feel in danger. I want us to feel scared. I want us to feel scared for the characters. Like, we know Kenobi's going to be fine. And we know Kenobi, Owen, Beru, and Luke, they're going to be fine. And all the Inquisitors that survive into Rebels. The only character who's not making out of this show is Reva and probably a couple of, random castings, like the guy who played that guy in Eternals and whatever. But what marks a great story is if you can make me really nervous and scared for the characters on screen, even though I know they're going to live. Right? Let's say, for instance, okay, Jacob, you know Obi-Wan's going to live, but we're going to make you feel like he isn't going to live. Like, if you can make me feel that, you have done an amazing job, and that would require a massive celebration. Now, also on this, for us UK folks, Kenobi will release 8 a.m. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, on the 27th. So I will be doing a watch party to that, but it's going to be a solo one. See what I did there? Because I want to fully take in the story and really immerse myself in it. And, I'm just looking forward to it, guys. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. At the hour mark, I'm going to get to the chat room, but let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to touch upon before I get to the chat room. Yeah, I just want Vader to be an absolute monster. Like, I want that hallway scene from Rogue One on steroids. I want it to literally be a sense of where you are dead shit scared. Like, I want to feel him coming through the speakers. And on that also, the emotional layers that they could give this story is just, it's strong, man. It's strong. It's going to be heartbreaking. Like this, I think this show is going to break a lot of people's. Oh, hang on, perfect timing. Come on, focus. Great. Where's my right? Oh, Never mind. I think this show is going to break a lot of people's hearts. I think it's going to be heartbreaking. And for those expecting the show to end happy with Hayden and Ewan, like, high-fiving each other, no, you ain't going to get that. I'm sorry, you won't. The one thing that will happen, right, is maybe when Obi-Wan has built his house on the Dune Sea. He's built his house. He's got his chest. He's put Qui-Gon's saber there. Anakin's saber. Closes the chest. And as he closes the chest, he remembers a flashback to when him and Anakin were friends. That's how you end the show. That's how you do it. That's how you end the show. Right there. Remembering him and Anakin as friends. And then he walks out, looking over Luke one last time. And then Obi-Wan looks at the suns. And that's where you end it. He looks at the suns, the binary sunset's playing as Obi-Wan is looking out at the twin suns. He looks at mini Luke. Luke goes inside. Man, that's how you end it. That is exactly how you end it. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, those are my hopes, my fears, my concerns, my worries. And I just hope that, this show really delivers. This is something that, again, it means a lot to me. And I really, really hope that they nail it. I really do. Because it's just one of them stories, man. It's just, I think if this show sucks, or if it's a bait and switch, or if it's bad, I might have to go into hiding. Like Luke Skywalker, Last Jedi style. I might have to go into hiding because it will depress me. Like, I really want this story to be so good, man. I really do. And if it's not, I'm going to be heartbroken. Like, Star Wars was a huge deal for me in my childhood. And I would always sit there letting the credits roll after every movie and then going and watching the bonus features for hours on end because, dare I say it, a lot of my YouTube journey now, or a lot of why I wanted to be an actor, was because of Star Wars. It links all the way back to those movies as a kid. Or just Clone Wars, the original miniseries on Cartoon Network, collecting the toys, getting the lightsabers. Hell, I've had this since I was like 5 years old. Like, I mean, unfortunately, though, it's chipped and it's a bit damaged and it's not fully working. But when I met Hayden Christensen, I was holding this as well. But, there's just so much to it where I think also it just inspires you like no other franchise can. And I think Star Wars has such a deep level, like it hits on a deeper level than more than anything ever could. And I think everyone has a soft spot for Star Wars because it's something that even if you're not a fan, even if you're not a diehard fan, even if you're not a casual, you will still have some memory of Star Wars in your childhood some way. And it's the 45th anniversary of A New Hope. And I got to say, like, I've got it on the screen as well. I'm at the bit where like they're in the trash compactor. And just George Lucas, man, thank you for bringing this vision, because if you didn't, my childhood would have been boring as hell. The amount of times I would sit there like making Lego lightsabers and pretending I was a Jedi or pretending I was the thing is, I liked being Obi-Wan because he lived, or because he was the good guy, not because he lived. But I liked being Anakin because he was the bad boy, he was the one that was a little bit like, I'm against the rules here, screw the rules. And it's like Qui-Gon's approach rubbed off on him, where it's like, do not defy the Council Master, not again. I shall do what I must, Obi-Wan. I just had a thought. What if Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are having a conversation, right? And Qui-Gon says, you must look after Luke. You need to train him. And maybe Obi-Wan's like, I'll do what I must, Master. Ooh, that would be the biggest burn of this. Whoo, that would burn even deeper than Uncle Owen's burn on him. In terms of the Empire in this show, won't be a big deal, but you'll see them. I think you'll see Ian McDiarmid. He'll play Palpatine in this. You'll see him briefly. He'll be in it sort of, maybe not a lot, but you'll see him sparingly, sporadically talking to Vader. You'll see 3PO and R2 for sure. Jimmy Smits, I think, is rumored to play Senator Organa in this. And who would have thought when watching Rogue One that you see Senator Organa and then he says, I'm going back to Alderaan. And it's like, no, don't go back to Alderaan. No, because Alderaan gets blown up. And Star Wars Squadrons, the video game, confirmed in its cinematic that Bail Organa dies on Alderaan and is dead. Which, I mean, we knew anyway, but, you know, it was only loosely confirmed. But yeah, I'm going to get to the chat room now. I'm going to get to the chat room now and catch up because I've got 130 comments to catch up on. But that's mostly my fears, my hopes, my concerns. And now we're at the 1 hour mark. I will get to the chat. All right. Okay. All right, I'm at the top of the chat. I'm going to catch up now. Okay. Cobra Kai World, Lisa, Evan, Abbas, Leon, what's up, brother? CVO, LB, what's up? Exactly. Don't release any of the scores until we see it. So the order is the Obi-Wan show, then Rogue One, then A New Hope. Yep. Unrelated, but you're a Robbie fanboy. You're a Robbie fanboy. Yes, I am. And I'm proud of it. If Qui-Gon was still alive, then Anakin... No, this is true. As much Vader, Anakin's there. Yeah, me too. Score has to be good or I sue. There's a note. Oh, mate, that's got to go to an... I think that'll go to Reva. She'll go, no! And that's Vader. Oh, don't make Vader do it again. I agree, Hugo. Oh, King Paris, that's fine, man. Hey, Sonic 2 is fucking hilarious. I hope you're doing well, King Paris. 20 likes. Oh, hang on. Let me see. How many likes am I actually at? But yeah, let me know in the comment section, guys, while I catch up if you like this new format where I do my talking about it and then I get to it. Really best Star Wars pilot. Anakin crashed the fight every other. Yes, Anakin is still the best. Kenobi will be so good it won't need a second season. Yeah, exactly. Such a Robbie fanboy. Why do you keep commenting that? I'm talking Star Wars, man. Fuck. Cobra Kai every 5 seconds. Shit. He's doing the main theme. Oh, wait, he's only doing the main theme, not the whole show. Hang on, who's the Kenobi? Hang on, whoa. This is new information. I thought he was composing. Oh, he wrote a new theme and Natalie. Oh wait, hang on. Who's composing Kenobi? Oh, Natalie Holt. Oh, okay, fair. I thought John Williams was doing the whole thing. Oh, fair. Okay. Well, I'm sure she'll do a great job. Loki's composer. Oh dear. They'll have to be careful with that. They better not Doctor Strange 2 this shit. Vader has actually killed more. Exactly, yeah. Vader's killed more than anyone else has killed them. These are not the droids you're looking for. When I see lightsaber fights, it gets me excited. Please film your reaction to Kenobi like you did with Cobra Kai. Oh, I will. Aren't they gonna... Bro, they aren't gonna be that crazy. It's probably gonna be on par with Return of the Jedi. No, it's gonna be that crazy. You got to think it's Prime Vader, Prime Kenobi. They already said the duels are going to be prequel-esque. Like it's going to go all in. I don't want a lot of jokes. No, the Inquisitors are about to fly. I know. Jesus Christ, like a bantha. Go all in. That's not Obi-Wan. That's a random Jedi guy. Looks like Vader and Kenobi are gonna have 2 fights. They should. Stealth mode. Yep. We get stealth mode 5,000 Obi-Wan. Samuel Jackson back. Good question. For me, if you're going to bring Samuel Jackson back to play Mace Windu, then you got to kill him. You can't leave him alive. And I'm not talking about in Boba Fett. You got to kill him as soon as he's alive. You got to honestly, you got to kill Mace Windu as soon as you bring him back. A Mace Windu Shatterpoint adaptation would be dope. That would be awesome. Building the Death Star is a way Vader draws Kenobi out. Maybe. What episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog scared you? I haven't seen that show in years. I think we might get the Partisans Early Rebellion. Yeah, I think so. I might. Are you okay, Annie? I don't know, Peter. Are you okay? Who plays a teenage Han? Oh, I don't know. I hope they don't do that. It's called Kenobi. You're damn right. Carrie Underwood, for example, pointless. Yeah, I know, pointless. Absolutely pointless. Yeah, exactly. Way too many cameos. Way too many. Oh my god, if Carrie Underwood showed up in the middle, boy. Exactly. Kenobi has to be good. That's the boy strength to show how recontextualizing stuff from trilogies and getting it or death. Damn right. Luke's Kyber crystal was a synthetic variant, I think, which Sith mainly used in Legends. Hopefully we see a canon explanation. Well, that's the thing. I am hoping we see that in the show. That's what at least that's what I'm hoping anyway. Oh, Beth, what's up? Florence. I never watched Star Wars. Should I watch? Yes, you absolutely should. Hope you're well, by the way. Ezra should have been killed off. I don't know. You can kind of get away with Ezra, but Kanan had to go. Kanan had to go. And I say that in a nice way. He had to go. The Jedi. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. Jedi Council Initiative. Bro, where's your eyebrows? Where's your face? Oh, right. That's why you're in the comment section. MCU's kind of struggling. Yeah. Yeah, enough Order 66 survivors. Don't worry about it. Where's my eyebrows? Oh, very funny. Ha 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 ha. I'm dying with laughter. Virgin. I prefer Matt Lanter's portrayal of Anakin, but I do enjoy Hayden as well. Yeah, that's fair. He resembles Hayden, but sounds like Matt. That's fair. That's very fair. Reva's actor is already getting harassed. Really? Oh my. That's what I mean about Star Wars fans, man. Chill out. Calm your oatmeal. Hayden's acting was held back by some of the dialogue. Yep. The dialogue was... Eesh. I'd rather dream about Padme. No one can make that line work. It's like I'd much rather dream about Padme. Just being around her again is intoxicating. Yeah, Godzilla and Kong did that. Oh yeah, Blue Beetle looks... Hey, the suit looks good, but I'll wait till it comes out to pass judgment. Yes, he has. TCK! Hello there. Kenobi! Me too, Darius, man. Oh shit, I got a lot of chat to catch up on. Exactly. Star Wars is the way. Padme, I want Obi-Wan to be good. Yes, please. But damn right, that's a good comment right here as well. Lucas did inspire a lot of filmmakers, so... Oh, I love the line of dialogue in A New Hope when Vader says to Kenobi, you should not have come back. Like, this is the thing. In this duel in A New Hope, like, Vader says to him, you should not have come back. It's like, maybe there's room there for one more duel. Kenobi show. Sick burn. Kenobi versus Vader. That could be cool. That could be awesome, actually. They could do something with that. I can see Obi-Wan being kind of scared to train Luke after what happened with Anakin, as they're kind of similar in some ways. I could see that. Just saw Sonic 2. Read that already. I have faith in the show because I honestly don't think you and Hayden would have returned. Exactly. This is a good point. Very good point. If they didn't like the script, then they wouldn't have returned. So, you know, that does bode well for me, is the level of script will be at a standard, and they've gone through rewrites and they've gone through quite a lot. So I am hopeful that means that it's good, you know? Yeah, exactly. Mace Windu, right? He shouldn't. If he comes back, you got to axe that mofo straight away. You cannot leave Mace Windu alive. Like, this is my problem with Star Wars fans, is Vader just killed Ben. No! Hang on, let me play that. Let me play it. So this literally just happened just now. Where is it? Let me find it. No! But essentially, you know, Mace Windu is too overpowered of a character to leave alive for any length of time. If you're going to bring Mace Windu back, you need to have Vader kill him like that. You cannot leave him alive. You can't. It's you devalue, and again, you're devaluing his moment. The moment when Anakin turns to the dark side and chops Mace Windu's arm off and throws him out a window, or Palpatine, unlimited power, and then fries him out a window. You take away from the gravity of that moment. You do, by constantly bringing characters back from the dead. Like, this is my problem with the MCU. Stop it, you know? Who got chills when Kanan's sent to the Grand Inquisitor died. He says, I'm not afraid anymore. That's, hey, Kanan's that dude. Well, I don't know about confirmed. Samuel L. Jackson wants it to happen. I wouldn't say that is confirmed, though. If Qui-Gon was still alive, then Anakin... No, he wouldn't have. Qui-Gon was the father that Anakin needed. Eric was obsessed. I love when Red said, Luke Skywalker, this Luke Skywalker, that. I'm tired of hearing that little fruit. Empire Strikes Back is why we got Infinity War, with the bad guy winning. Exactly. You think this will possibly be the best? Yes, it could be, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we really don't need it. Like, unless, you know, if you are going to bring him back, maybe you could do it early on, like post episode 3, but it has to be even earlier than Kenobi. You cannot leave him alive. Kenobi, it's different. Mace, you have to kill him. Because honestly, Mace Windu's whole shtick is that, you know, he's someone who can use the dark side powers to basically influence. Like, he can use the dark side without falling to it. And I think in that essence, you have a character there that walks that line between the light and the dark in such a way where he never fully gives in, you know? And I don't want them to overuse it, you know? Don't overplay it, you know? Please don't. Like, again, you devalue a lot of stuff by constantly bringing characters back from the dead, you know? And also you constantly devalue stuff by not knowing when to end it. So this is why, as much as I love Cobra Kai, end it when it's high. Just jumping around the multiverse. Yeah, pretty much. He's a motherfucker in every universe. Yeah, Loki. He's too dangerous to be left alive. I'm too weak. Don't kill me, please. This is not the Jedi way. He must live. Please don't. I need him. No. Like, it's like, like, oh, dun 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 dun. Not that bit. But you know, death needs to have weight. It needs to stick. There needs to be some kind of gravity where, you know, a death hit. Like Loki's death in Infinity War. The first time I saw that, I was like, called it. But then I was like, holy shit, man, this is heartbreaking. And then it's just the way, and then Thor's like it's heartbreaking. It's a sad moment. And then it gives Thor the motivation. It's a perfect death. And then Endgame comes along, gets the Tesseract. Like, you know, it's like what are we, you know, what are we doing here? You know? Oh, but the multiverse. Fuck the multiverse, okay? You can't use it as an excuse to keep bringing characters back from the dead. Loki will never die. I know, it's annoying. Do you know what? I forgot the meaning of what those 4 letters meant. I just googled it. Oh man, the Shatterpoint story would be better because that was Mace's origin story. He was similar to Anakin. King, that's a good comment. They should that would be something they could go with. Maybe you could have a flashback of Samuel Jackson back as Mace. Maybe they could canonize the fact that he had a blue lightsaber. Like, he had a blue lightsaber before Attack of the Clones. He had a blue lightsaber. Besides, if Mace was alive, no, Mace needs to kill. Like, he needs to die if he comes back in any way. You cannot let him live. You can't. Again, you retroactively ruin story. Like, you ruin parts of the original trilogy, you know? I also want Thanos to stay dead. Variants and... I mean, we've got Dude Thanos in the What If show at the minute, but I don't want characters to just constantly come back again and 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 again. But it's a variant. Like, come, really, dude? Tom Hiddleston can't die. It's in the contract. He's contractually obligated to still be alive. If Mace was alive, he'd be at the top of Vader. Exactly. If Mace was alive, they wouldn't. I mean, to be fair, I was about to say he'd surpass Kenobi. Not necessarily. To Anakin, it would be more personal. But if Mace was alive, Palpatine would make Vader go after him immediately. Because I don't care what anyone says, Windu beat Palpatine. Palpatine didn't let him win. Windu beat him, you know? Now, Prime Yoda could have beat Palpatine as well, but I don't know. Maybe just underestimated Palpatine. Thanos was fine because it was just a what if. Yeah. Even Mace getting killed off early would be disrespectful because he would have to be nerfed, so it's better to keep him out. Yeah, I agree. It's just, don't do it, you know. Lisa, thank you for the £20. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me play a nice clip in celebration.
Hello there.
There you go. Let's play that moment.
Show him around his head. Come on. Open your eyes.
Thank you very much. £20. Thank you, thank you. Everyone, raise a toast. You know the drill. You know, doing these streams, I go through a lot of these. Oh, like I get asked, you know, does your voice get tired? Well, not like no, that's not what I get asked. I get asked, does my voice get sore? Not sore, just very tired. That's why a drink goes a long way. Is it fair to say Star Wars is like DBZ now? I mean, it doesn't end with the like, it doesn't end with that. But but you never know. I'd say MCU does a lot more DBZ stuff, i.e., with bringing characters back from the dead all the time. Sorry, Tristan. 5 waters. I know the amount of water that one goes through is insane. But we're in the chat now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fully invested in the chat. So whatever you guys want me to talk about, as long as it's not Cobra Kai, then we're good. I want a bit of a break from that. Star Wars, Marvel, anything, comment it in the chat. Let's get discussing. This is your time. Now, I might stream for another 10 minutes, but we will see, because normally when I say I'm going to stream for another 10 minutes, people start joining in again, and then it just becomes one big oatmeal of whatever, and then it just ends up going. So first, get your questions in. But yeah, I think, you know, this show has a lot of potential, and I can't wait for it. There you go. I'll tell you what I used to do as a kid. I'm not going to get all my Star Wars discs because then they'll start falling everywhere. But I used to look at this so much as a kid. Like, look at that. Look at this. Look at it. Mwah! I mean, look at that. You know, look at look at this. You don't get this with streaming services. You know. And then, I mean, look at that. It's perfect. I mean, come on, come on. And then this. I always found weird because I was like, wait, hang on. There's another movie? But I was like, oh, it's bonus material. Remember in DVDs how you would get these little bonus material pamphlets? I mean, look at this. Look at the detail, like all the Ralph McQuarrie concepts. Oh, God, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. I mean, look at the concept art right there for the early versions of the characters, if it will focus. Hang on. There you go. You can kind of see it. But yeah, I fucking know, man. Absolute oatmeal. I'm not going to hide the fact that it's oatmeal. And this is the thing. Even though I've got Disney Plus, I would much rather watch the disc version of these because they just hit different. There's just something about them that just isn't the same. I mean, I've got the prequels here. So I got Revenge of the Sith for Christmas. Didn't get a chance to watch it in cinema, heartbreakingly. But I got this one, 1 and 2. I used to watch these on repeat as a kid. Absolute repeat. Shove that over there. And then also these animated one. Like, I know everyone knows Clone Wars, but hell, this was the Clone Wars before the Clone Wars. These were animated episodes on Cartoon Network back in the day. Or was it Toonami or something? I think it was a bit of both, actually. Yeah, don't do Arrowverse bullshit where you kill off a character and then you bring him back within 5 episodes. Like, don't do that. A scene from the new Transformers movie got leaked. Oh, wow. Oof. But I'm excited to see how that pans out because, you know, you got the. Hang on. Let me just Google some Transformers. Eyes of the Beasts. Oh, Ron Perlman's voicing Optimus Primal. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's dope. It's both as a sequel to Bumblebee and a tribute. Okay, so there you go. It's a sequel to Bumblebee and a tribute to Beast Wars. Nice. The Order 66 Survivor story is overdone now. At least do a new variant of it. Show me a Jedi who actually quit. Darius, I like where your head's at. Have you seen the Scooby-Doo fan series I told you about? I haven't got around to watching it. I might check it out tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe in Kenobi there'll be a flashback of Mace fighting Anakin to protect Grogu. Maybe, but even then, if Mace survived that fall, like, this dude got electrocuted to hell and then thrown out a window. Like, if he survived that, yeah, they are. Like, if you guys notice that when you're watching something on streaming services, the audio doesn't sound great. That's the only problem. On DVD, it sounds superior. Return of the Jedi draft. It was supposed to be called Revenge of the Jedi. Yeah, I've got a picture up there about that. And it would have been Luke to turn to the dark side and become the new Vader. Thank God they didn't do that. That would have been awful. Ugh. So Christian Bale is no longer Goro now. Damn it, King. Damn it, dude. God damn it. Anybody remember Blockbuster? I used to go to Blockbuster all the time with the Pops. And we would rent out movies, video games. And it would be great. We'd always get like little popcorn and stuff. It was great. I miss those days, you know. Kids today, you know, they won't know or care about it, but to me, it meant everything, you know? It was just a nice time. It was a nice time. There was nothing like walking in a cinema, a DVD store or something, and you hear like, you know, check out the latest releases at Blockbuster. We have got Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, and we've got X-Men Origins Wolverine. And don't worry, because Vin Diesel is strapping up as Dominic Toretto in The Return for the Fast and the Furious. Like, it, yeah. Damn right. Glad they didn't do that. That's character assassination there. Last Jedi, Luke has nothing on that. Netflix killed, I know. I mean, to be fair, though, did you guys ever use something called Love Film? I think that's what killed it first. Yeah, and then Netflix came along and Blockbuster, man. Let me just pull up Blockbuster quickly. I miss it. I really do miss it. There's something really nostalgic about Blockbuster that you just can't get anywhere else. I mean, look at this. Like, it would just be so simple. It would just be so simple the way the shelves were laid out and the display and thing of the past. Thing of the past. Heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Oh man, those were the days. And then people working in Blockbuster would be like movie buffs, so you'd get to talk to them, and it would be great. We're on the trench run at the minute. I might have to rewatch A New Hope again after this because I intended to watch it for tonight to celebrate the 45th celebration of A New Hope, but had it on while I've been streaming. Difference, Blockbuster video. Blockbuster. Blockbuster was the spot to... Jermaine, it absolutely was. Absolutely was. If X-Men wins the franchise, wins the poll, you should watch X-Men X2, First Class, Origins, Wolverine, Days of Future Past, and Logan. Well, again, I don't mean to I don't mean to put this out there, but again, hang on. Where is it? It's like as I said the other day. We have Deadpool has to thank this movie. Just saying. Anyway, speaking of, Man of Steel is going to be what I'm going with the DC poll. Yep, sorry, it didn't happen on Sunday. It's just I came back from Liverpool Comic Con and I was just really tired. But this Sunday will be the Man of Steel watch party, and then on that day I'll put up the poll for the franchise decider. Let me just have a little look at something. Which all right, okay, hang on. So right, I'm gonna do a little quiz just for the end of this. I'm gonna do a little quiz. Hey, Leon, what's up? Y'all don't know about Blockbuster or Hollywood Video. Yeah, Shazam. Hey, the first Shazam I absolutely loved. Let's pull up this quiz. And this quiz is quite simply which Star Wars movie perfectly matches your personality. So yeah, this will be fun. I guarantee it's gonna be Revenge of the Sith. Which best describes where you are in your journey? Bloody advertisements over here. Leaving it all on the floor, seeking adventure, finally getting a good place, letting love guide the way. That's Attack of the Clones, definitely. Cementing your legacy, taking your career into your own hands, getting away from the past, staying out. Jesus. Trying my best. Describe my love life. Oh, I'm not giving this away. That's a bit. Oh, that's a bit. You know, I can't give that. Can't really give that away. It's complicated. What is your comedy style? Only one person gets me. Just slapstick and wacky, I think. You know, puns galore. To be fair, I'm kind of all of these. I got a lot of observational humor. I'm going to say slapstick and wacky. What's your fashion sense like? Okay, well, this is bringing it back. To be fair, bringing it back, you know, that's mix and match. Pick a kind of transportation. Anything as long as it runs single rider. Anything as long as it runs. Ideal vacation. Somewhere secluded? No. Somewhere romantic. Depends on who I'm with. If you know what I mean. Night out with the ladies. Partying in a major city. I think partying in a major. That's not a vacation though. Anywhere with great beaches. Friends would describe you as the leader. That's why I am that. A frenemy. Don't know about that. Good influence. I've heard of that. The planner. Crazy. Career-driven. Friendly and extroverted. Ride or die. Damn. All right. I don't know. This is an ego one. I don't. Oh fuck. I'm just gonna say bloody the leader. Favorite Star Wars character. Why is Finn in the list? All right. Okay. Poe, Yoda, Kylo, Rey, Luke, Finn, Palpatine, Kenobi, Han, Vader, Leia, Anakin. Come on. Choose a Star Wars career. Like, oh, this is tough. Oh shit, they've got options. I'm going to the Sith, man. Fuck the Jedi. I want to love, man. Screw the Jedi. And besides, the Jedi always die in droves anyway. So choose a companion. Tauntaun, Babu Frick, Porg, 3PO. 3PO would wind me up. Jar Jar would do my head in. I might have to say K2SO. Because he would make me laugh while he can protect me too. He'd be like, congratulations, you are being rescued. Alan Tudyk played him so well in Rogue One. What's the biggest problem in the galaxy? Bad fathers. Oh shit, I got Empire Strikes Back. Oi, oi. It says, you're a game changer. You have a lot going on and it isn't always roses. This is why people gravitate to you. You have a lot to say, true, and you embrace the need to risk it all and occasionally fail. Yep, you're there for your friends, even above yourself sometimes. Slow down and listen to those wiser around you and you'll have everything you need. Wow, that was a bit harsh. Yeah, this was a little bit harsh. Yeah, comedy's subjective. Man, I wanted BVS to win. Yeah, I know you did. I know. Oh yeah, she'll come back for a small role in the last season. Well, I got Empire Strikes Back. So boom. Hang on, which Sith are you? I want to do I like these quizzes. I want to do a Sith one. Ah, it's so nice to talk about something other than Cobra Kai for once. Oh wow, this is on the Star Wars site. Badass. All right, where would you like to call home? I'm gonna go. I'm going Naboo. Naboo is beautiful. What's your favorite accessory? Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna say cape. Strongest power: telekinesis, force choke, unarmed combat, force jump, lightsaber combat. Come on. Which quote represents you? You beg, weakling. Men are easy to acquire, hard to control. Damn. I do so admire your persistence, ready to die. Your weakness will not be my downfall. You have failed me for the last time, and now you shall die. If you will not fight, then you will all. This is good. I like this. I like that one. Your greatest strength is scheming. To be fair, that I scheme quite well. I'm going to say drive. When a friend betrays you, I look at the image of Savage choking him out. Open wide. When a friend betrays you, forget about them, force choke them, roundhouse, turn others against them. Damn. Yeah, I'm going to forget about them. People hate it when you break a deal, make up stories, don't lose your temper, make them feel dumb, tell them what to do, give them attitude, sneak up. Lose my temper, that'll be it. When you're not wielding your dark side power, we might. Now, if this version of Sheev had a baby, then, fine. But if we're talking, Emperor Episode 3 Palpatine getting busy, Jesus. When you're not wielding your dark side power, we might find you studying, go something. At the gym. You fight for your mum, your wife, your family, your kids, your boss, your followers, your brother, yourself. My family, because everyone is family. And I'm at the bit where Obi-Wan's about to say, use the Force, Luke. Why would you turn to the dark side? To gain power. To provide for your loved ones. Tired of corruption, it runs in the family. I can't lie. Providing for my loved ones is a close second, but a bit of me likes power. Oh shit, I'm Savage Press. Damn, that's surprising. Aggressive, intimidating, and ruthless. You're so consumed by the dark side that not even two masters can tame your rage. Some call you a creature, but they're probably just jealous of your superhuman strength or even your cool armor. Well, I mean, I do work in the gym, but I'm not that hedge. Now you know which dark side user you are. Find out which vehicle is right for you. Oh, okay. Cool. What other ones have they got? You turned her against me. Nothing stronger than family. Damn right. Which Star Wars character is most like your mum? Let's do that one. If the mum's watching, shout out to her. Okay. What does your mum do when you misbehave? She shows patience, a great deal of patience. How does your mum dress? Just normal, ready for anything. Mum's favorite sport. I'm gonna say none of these. So I'll go swimming. Type of car. Something fast. Mum's pet peeve. Rudeness. Which food do your mum prefer? Something salty, a smoothie, a cheesecake. I'm assuming salmon. Describe my mum in one word. I'm gonna say she's loyal. You're in danger. What does your mum do? Oh, she take a hell. She negotiates a solution. Somewhere quiet. I think somewhere quiet. Favorite type of movie? I'm gonna say action adventure. Oh wow, my my mum's just like Baru Lars. Your mum has a calming demeanor and has always been a positive role model. Yes, she has. Even if you weren't her child, ouch. You know, she would look after you with the same adoration and always gives you the confidence to boost to follow your dreams. Bang. About 80% of that was right. All right, what else is next? Let's do complete the Obi-Wan Kenobi quote. Oh, perfect. Let's do that. Hello. There. Of course it's correct. Droids. Chancellor Palpatine. Sith Lords. Look what I've risen above. Be careful of your friend Palpatine. So uncivilized. Anakin, my allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy. See, I'm saying it so everyone thinks I'm not cheating. Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. Remember, the Force. You don't want to sell me death sticks. Hey, look at that. See? 10 out of 10. Look, hey. Look at how good that was. 10 out of 10. Hey, Demi, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Been talking Kenobi and Star Wars for a good hour and 36, man. Look at that. Completed the quote. 10 out of 10. Told you, I'm unbeatable. Which Star Wars hero are you? Okay, let's do that. I like doing these quizzes. These quizzes are kind of a nice way to cool down after a lot of talking. Favorite film genre? Horror, Western, musical, comedy. Oh, Western. Come on. Who is the scariest Star Wars villain? Palpatine is scary, but I'm going to say Vader. Travel to the galaxy. Where would you go first? Tatooine? No. Batu? No. Takodana? No. Takodana. And go to Mars's castle. Favorite music genre? Oh, we're going rock, baby. A lightsaber. What color would the blade be? This is tough because it always changes. Classic blue. What's your greatest strength? Fortitude, brawn, patience, mindfulness. Mindfulness. Which quote best represents you? Laugh it up, fuzzball. You can't stop the change. More. You see this quote right here from when Anakin leaves his mum. You can't stop the change any more than you can stop the suns from setting. Heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking. If you could team up with a Star Wars character for an adventure, who would you choose? Hey! Grogu. R2, Chewbacca, or BB. Oh, Grogu? Come on. What would you name as your biggest flaw? Caring too much. If you discovered you could use the Force, what would you do first? As much as I would try a mind trick and build a lightsaber and levitate, I would probably try and levitate, actually. What? You're Salacious B. Crumb. Are you high? What? Hey, what's up, dude? How are you? I got Salacious B. Crumb. The little dude that goes, Wana, Wana. What the fuck? Stand down, Luke Skywalker. Step aside, Din Djarin. Move along, Princess Leia. You're the true hero of the galaxy. The Kowakian monkey lizard, Salacious B. Crumb. Oh, just kidding. Happy April Fool's Day. Oh, right. Oh, okay. This quiz was for April Fools. Oh, you funny fudgers. Funny. Hilarious. Which Star Wars couple are you and your partner? Oh, I can't do that one. How well do you know Boba Fett? Let's do... Which bounty hunter should you invite for Thanksgiving? Let's do that one. Cody! What's up, dude? Right. Who's hosting your Thanksgiving celebration this year? I am. Come on. Dominic Toretto. How will I travel to the event? It's at my house. Dominic Toretto. What's the main course? Ham, not turkey. Choose a side to make. Stuffing. And a dessert. Cookies. Pick an activity before the meal. Watching sports. Pick an activity for after the meal. Playing a game. What will you wear to dinner? Festive sweater. What quality makes an ideal holiday guest? Friendly. Finally, who would you say is your favorite character? Fett, Vader, Amidala, or Grogu? I know what King's favorite one is. Vader. Hi, I'm inviting Boba Fett. If you need the perfect pie, track down Boba has a reputation for getting the job done. Damn. I'm inviting Boba Fett. Nice. Can you unscramble these Jedi names? Let's try that one. Let's try that one. Right. Okay. Yoda. That's easy. Luke Skywalker. Easy. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Qui-Gon Jinn. Oh, that one. Oh, sugar. Oh, crap. It's going to be an obvious one. Ah, shit. No, no. Unless I'm making it too complicated. I'm trying to think. Hang on. I'm not getting this wrong. No. I'm not getting this wrong. I'm not getting this wrong at all. This would be embarrassing if I get it wrong. I'm thinking. Is it? I'm gonna try it. It's probably wrong. It's probably wrong. Oh shit! I got it. Oh fuck! It was. Oh god! I was. Oh, it was PP Pan City then. Shakti. That would have been embarrassing if I didn't get that. Anakin Skywalker. Easy. Mace Windu. I'm trying to think. Oh, Ahsoka Tano. Right, final one. Oh. Hey, my boy! Ben Solo. Bang. I know. I'll die on this hill. Ben Solo. Badass Jedi. Yeah, I said Jedi. Are you more Han or Leia? Can you guess the characters from the Clone Wars? Yes. Let's do that. And then I'll chill in chat after this one or maybe one more. Right. All right. Decode the image. Okay. 10 seconds to decipher the image. Oh, shit. Fudge! Oh, that's Anakin. Who is it? Oh, fuck. Shit. I'm rushing too much. It's Rex and Echo. Sake. Oh, Cad Bane. Easy. Bo-Katan. Easy. Tell by the green. Fives. Shout out to fives. This might be Tup. Is this Tup? Yep. Mace Windu. Dogma. Hunter. Easy. Sarge. Man, can't believe I got those early ones wrong, man. That really rubbed me up the wrong way. Damn it. I'm thinking Satine. No, the father. Oh, that's going to be Maul. Is it going to be Maul? Yeah. Saw Gerrera. Okay, I got. I got. How many did I get? There you go. They didn't tell me my score. It's annoying. They didn't tell me my score, man. Oh, I know. Oh, I know my Star Wars, man. Didn't tell me my score. Bastard. Right. Let's do one more quiz. Oh, which member of the Bad Batch? Oh, come on. We know it's going to be Crosshair. We know it's going to be Crosshair. Come on. Friends describe you. Innovative, courageous, boisterous, meticulous. I'm going to say innovative. How would you describe yourself? Loyal. Smoothie. Pizza. Come on. I'm going to say a Loth Wolf. What scares you? Heights. Pick a color. Just to be edgy, I'm going to go black. Which clone is your favorite? Oh, that's Rex. Come on. How do you like to relax? Lifting weights. Who's your Star Wars style icon? Han Solo. Come on. How do you approach a new task? It depends. I follow my gut. Oh, I got. Hey, I wanted Crosshair, but you know, it's all right. I'll take Hunter. You're such a natural leader. It was as if you were engineered for the task. Part of what makes you stand out is your heightened sensitivity to the world around you, which allows you to respond more quickly to others in need. All right, that's fair. I'll take it. And you know, that's fair. I would have preferred Crosshair, but Hunter will do. Hunter will do. Oh, which member of the Skywalker family? Oi, easy. Let's do that one. Okay. What would your friend say is your most admirable trait? Generosity. What is my greatest weakness? I think probably anger. Choosing where to make your home. Oh, nah. Fucking mountainous and cool. Come on. Which Star Wars ship would you like to own? A Jedi. Oh, I'm going to have to say a Jedi Starfighter. Would you choose to join you on a road trip? Obi-Wan, man. He'd be cracking me up. Blue, come on. Your sense of style. Evolving. It's always changing. How do you spend your free time? Hanging out with friends. Which career would you choose? Engineer, pilot. So I'm going to choose pilot. If you could travel to a Star Wars planet, would you go first? Tatooine, Crate, Alderaan. Come on. What the fuck? I'm Leia Organa. She's a cool character. I just didn't expect. You have a strong personality and tend to take charge of most situations, which makes you an excellent leader. Damn right. And a reluctant follower. When it's your turn to let someone else give the orders, but when everything's going wrong, others look to you to keep your cool, your head held high, and come up with a strategy to save the day. Crosshair is that dude. Crosshair is that absolute dude. Let's oh man, Crosshair is the fucking guy, man. Love Crosshair. Which Leia Organa are you? Complete the quote from the Star Wars Jedi. Let's do that. Man, I hope they had more quizzes. I didn't realize they had a lot of these. Right, this party's over. You don't need to see his identification. Hopefully I've spelled this right. There you go. I am all a Jedi. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. There's always a bigger fish. Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Greatest teacher failure is. You know, when I watched Last Jedi again the other day, I love this scene. Your thoughts betray you, Viceroy. I can feel your concern. I think it's feel, right? Sense. That's it. Are you afraid of me? Is it? I'm sure it was scared, wasn't it? Scared, afraid. What? Oh, come on. Ashamed? Is it ashamed of me? The line. I'm Googling it. I haven't seen this episode in a hot minute. Hang on. Clone Wars. Dark Side. Ahsoka. What's the line? What's the word? I'm sure it's ashamed. I'm honestly sure it's ashamed. So correct. Oh fuck! It's proud. Say. Political idealist. All right. You're on this Man, how dare you? It says you're on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master. That's some BS. So this is what Anakin felt like. I know you lot watch. Right, okay. Let's do one more, and then I'll chill in chat for a bit, and then round off. Answer 10 questions, and we'll tell you what Star Wars movie to watch right now. Oh, perfect. Let's do that. Can't decide which of the 11 to watch. Okay, pick a hero. I feel like this is a bit of a double edge. Right, Anakin. Pick a villain. Darth Maul. Pick a stormtrooper. Classic stormtrooper. Destination from the galaxy. Coruscant. Pick an alien species to travel by your side. I prefer a droid. That rhymed. I love that shot of Kylo. That shot of Kylo is one of my favorites. Ryan directed the hell out of that scene. Pick a color. I'm gonna go green this time. What's the best Star Wars series? Clone Wars, Rebels, Resistance. Clone Wars, come on. Oh, lightsaber. Pick a Star Wars story to read. I'm gonna go with The Legends of Luke. Choose an outfit. Hey, Padme. Jedi robes, Alderaan royalty. Let's go with Jedi robes. Look, you should watch Star Wars The Phantom Menace. Your focus determines your reality, and right now you should watch episode 1. I'm going to watch A New Hope again properly, though. All right. Is there any other quizzes that would be pretty cool before I round off? Let's go right back. Let's go all the way back past these quizzes. Let's see what we got. Which Star Wars movie is your favorite? Choose your favorite episode of the saga. Let's try that. Okay. Let's do that. I mean, I already know my favorite. Let's just see if it comes up. What Star Wars movie is your favorite? Revenge of the Sith. Oh, damn. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Them two right there, Revenge of the Sith and Empire Strikes Back, leading the line. That's what I like to see. They are the two best. They are the two best. All right. Because that was quite short, which Padme Amidala outfit should I wear? I want something decent. All right, hang on. I'm going to do... Right, so I'm going to open that one in a new tab, and I'm going to do these two as the final ones. So I'm going to do which Star Wars character should you be? Okay. Or which Jedi should... Yeah, which Star Wars character. Okay. Favorite subject to study? Spelling, philosophy, history, biology. Spelling. Least favorite subject in school? Family and consumer math. Part of preparing for school is getting enough rest. Just showing up. I should have clicked that. What will be the first thing you pack for class? Pens and pencils. Good teachers are often strong leaders. What other qualities do you look for in a mentor? Wisdom. Quiet contemplation. Favorite hobby? Crafting. Training is complete. You'd like to work as an entrepreneur. Will you finish what you started? Absolutely. How would your previous teachers describe you as a student? Hard worker. Hey, I got Yoda. Learn from him much, you will. Perfect. I got Yoda, boys. All right, okay. Let's close that. One final quiz, and then I'll chill in the chat with you guys for like 5 minutes, and then we're going to go from there. Right. All right, what's your favorite color? Classic blue. What's your greatest strength? Attention to detail, context and nuance. Favorite accessory? A cowl. One with a force. Helping those who can't help themselves. For my ally, the force, and a powerful ally it is. Pass on what you learn. Do fear. Oh, that one. Anakin, there you go. You have been betrayed. How do you react? I walk away. People hate it when you give them orders. If you weren't a Jedi, you would dedicate your life to family. What would you like to do for fun? Laser tag. Come on. What's your greatest fear? The death of those I love the most. Oh shit, I'm Kanan. Nice. I'm Kanan Jarrus. Okay, guys. I'm going to be chilling with you guys in the chat for the next 5 minutes, and then I'm going to be rounding off this Chosen Live. This has been a great Chosen Live, actually. But comment in the chat if you like the new format where I talk about the subject matter for X amount of time, and then I catch up on the chat once everything is said and done. Comment in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Get your final questions in, people. Your final questions. Get your final questions in. That's it. All your final questions. All right. Final questions, people. Good format. Thank you. Talking about, yes. Thank you. I thought it would work better because it just, it has a kind of element to it where I can really focus on what I'm saying and then go from there, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Final 4 minutes, team. Final 4 minutes. Someone throw a question. Any question. Anything you want me to just discuss before I close out. Anything at all. How was your day? Oh, good question. Yeah, really good. Solid day. Didn't get too much done, just working. Usual shtick, but it was all right. It was a good day. Thank you for asking that. How was your day? I'm about to watch A New Hope properly. I had A New Hope earlier on today, so I'm going to watch it before I go to sleep. How is your cat? She's just outside. Hang on. Yeah, she's just outside. Sitting at the door. There you go. Use the Force, young Padawan. Use the Force. Use the Force. Meow. 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 No. How many main source income jobs do you have? I got a couple, but it's a work in progress. Underrated movie that you really love. Batman Under the Red Hood. Love it. Such a great movie. Always will be. Same as always. School and working on homework. Ow, ow, ow. Don't scratch. Don't scratch. Sit. Sit. Well, good luck with the schoolwork. I hope that goes well. Who's your favorite Spider-Man villain? Oh, Venom. 100%. Like, until Sony came along and did what they did with him. Venom was my favorite Spider-Man villain. In terms of live action, I'd say Green Goblin. But in terms of, like, comics or animation, Venom. You should do a He's All That Too watch party. Oh, God. Wait, is that actually happening? Is that genuinely a thing? He's All That Too. I don't know. There's not much about it, but all I can say is I'll be in the sequel. Okay, so we're at that point. We're about to round off. Top 3 Batman villains. The Joker, Bane, and Red Hood. Those three are my favorites because Bane physically fucks Batman up like no one else can. The Joker mentally destroys him, and then Red Hood challenges his philosophy. Yep, Sholo looks fantastic as Blue Beetle. Hey, Topher Grace is actually not that bad as Venom. Just he was given a lot of shit. He was okay. Top comic book villains, not movies. In terms of comic books, also on that, do you guys want me to start playing through Marvel Ultimate Alliance again? So comment in the chat if you guys want me to play through Marvel Ultimate Alliance in the chat. So many. Green Goblin, Electro, even like movie or comic. Rhino, Kraven, Sandman. Actually, to be fair, Sandman I never really cared about until he was brought into live action. Sandman was always kind of lesser to me. There's quite a few. Chameleon's good for a very grounded Spider-Man story. They should probably do that next. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. That's all right. All right, guys. I'm going to round off Lisa, Cobra Kai World, Abbas, Laterite, Tristan. Did I miss anyone? I think I haven't missed anybody at the moment. Demi, if you're still there. Cody, if you're still there. Shout out to you guys for staying to the end. Really, really appreciate it. Lisa, thank you once again for the 20 quid. Thank you. It'll get me some more squash. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been awesome. Can't wait for Kenobi. It's going to be great. This Friday, like it's insane. I've got A New Hope on again because I'm going to watch through it again properly. And yeah, it's going to be a good day on Friday. I'm going to do a watch party. So 8 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, there will be a watch party of me watching Kenobi. So yeah, you will see my authentic reactions to things where I'm not, you should play Injustice 2 again. To be fair, I could play that for a bit. Nah, I've done a stream now. I've been streaming for 2 hours. Unless, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to finish Lego Star Wars first and then get back on that. But guys and girls, I will see you all in another stream soon. Make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. And yeah, Kenobi's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Cheers.
Hello there.
Hello there indeed. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourselves and may the force be with you. Happy 45th or 45 years to A New Hope.